Look at this, guys. This might sound like just another meme video, but it's not a meme anymore. It's a signal. The president's account posted a clip, and near the end, it showed Barack and Michelle Obama edited with ape imagery. Then the White House gave mixed responses. One moment, it's just a harmless meme. The next, it's posted by mistake, already removed. And President Trump says, of course I condemn racism, but I'm not apologizing. I didn't do anything wrong. I only watched the beginning of the video. And here's the thing. This isn't about whether you like Obama or hate Obama. The real question is this. If something like this can appear on the president's own platform and be treated like a small mistake, what gets called a small mistake tomorrow? Supporters will say the media is overreacting again, trying to trap the president. But the reality is even some Republicans felt it crossed a line. And maybe the bigger precedent is this. American politics is slowly turning into a war of symbols, insults, and outrage instead of facts. So the question isn't just what happened today. The question is, where are we heading and who actually benefits when we keep getting pushed further apart?
So now the fallout from Donald Trump's administration posting that video depicting the people of the Democratic Party, leadership in the Democratic Party as animals, right? And they saying that they was doing the Lion King. But we know in the Lion King, there is no apes or like chimpanzees. And they had different political leaders over there as different animals, zebras, rhinoceros, elephants, and everything. But when it came to the Obamas, out of everything that you could have made them, you made them into apes. When there wasn't even no apes in the Lion King. So a lot of people are upset. And you have a lot of people across both parties. They're looking to push their careers now off of something like this because you need drama and you need black people, right? So you say, oh my God, I can't believe you did this to black people. Oh my God. Let me tell you something, man. They've been this way. They've been racist. Why would I expect anything? Look at what the Democrats is doing. They want to flood America with a whole bunch of immigrants and make them a larger voting bloc so they don't have to answer anything to the black American community. You think that that's not racist, right? They're finding billions of dollars, right, for housing for these illegals, people that came here illegally, right? They're doing all kinds of things right in front of your face. That's racist, right? So what I'm saying all that to say that both parties are racist and they've been historical failures to the black community. I even showed y'all where they had the presidents of the past, right? 1971, a phone conversation where you had Ronald Reagan, who was the governor of California at the time, calling Africans monkeys, right? And saying that they just wear shoes. And then on another phone conversation, you had Richard Nixon calling them primates and calling them out their names. This is nothing new. We knew that most of the presidents, LBJ, what was he? So this is not shocking to us. We shouldn't be shocked. We should be on FBA business, right? But let's look at but the thing is, you have a whole bunch of people, black people, that want to be on the conservative side that will do anything to make excuses for black conservatives, right? Anything. And that's somebody like Anthony Bryan Logan, always blaming liberals, right? ABL. And then you have Tommy Sotomayor. We already know what he is, right? But let's look at the excuse that ABL made, right, as to why this happened.
Here we got Barack and Michelle as monkeys. And there's a few more politicians in the video. I'm going to show you the whole thing to give proof. Okay, Hakeem Jeffries, Hillary as the warthog. You got AOC and Gavin Newsom. What is it, donkeys? Okay. And you got, who's this? You got J.B. Pritzker as an elephant. You have Adam Schiff as a giraffe because of the long neck. Okay, who else we got? We have Mamdani as a cheetah. And you have, what's that, Chuck Schumer as a zebra. And then, oh, look at this. This is pretty interesting. How about that? You have Kamala as a turtle, not a monkey, although some say she's black. And here you have Joe Biden as a monkey or a baboon or whatever that is, right? Okay, eating a banana. Okay. Here we have Hakeem. What's that? Is that a meerkat? Hakeem Jeffries, not a monkey, he black. They go Trump as a lion. So you have all the political people as, You know, I forget who this is. She's like some kind of activist. I don't think she's really a politician, but you got a lot of politicians and those linked to politics as animals and stuff like this. And I guess the whole thing is Lion King. You got Harry Sisson as a flamingo. That's funny. You know, so you can send a general idea. Okay, Whoopi Goldberg, what's that? A rhinoceros? Harry again as a flamingo? Or is that a rhino? Yeah, it's a rhino. So now we got the whole team. But no Obama's on this one. But you can see what's going on. It's a parody video of the political people. A parody AI video, political people. Now, some are going to find it funny. Some are going to find it racist. But guess what? It really doesn't matter because this video was not posted at all. Like, the only thing that was posted in this video was this beginning piece by mistake. The whole 1 minute meme video was not posted on Trump's page. Okay, so it doesn't even matter if this video is racist or not. It was clearly a mistake for any of it to be posted. Now, the video has been deleted because some of y'all are saying, oh, ABL, it's been 10 hours, ABL. Why hasn't it been deleted? Trump's a racist, and you know better. You Uncle Tom, house N-word. And by the way, let me come back for a minute. Let me come back for a minute so you can see me clearly. I find it hilarious that the liberals want to lecture me about racism while they're racist toward me. I find that hilarious. You Uncle Tom, house N-word. How dare you defend President Trump? Hey, I done been called the N-word so many times over these past 10 years and me being on YouTube as a conservative. Oh, N-word, any anti-black racial slur you can think of in your mind, I've been called that by the very same people who are saying that this video that was posted on Trump's Truth Social is racist. They done called me everything in the book. So when I see them crying, I'm like, man, please, y'all have no room to say anything at all because you guys are the most racist of all, trying to point toward this clear mistake as racism when you, the liberals, get on television, go outside, N-word, 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 whenever you see a black conservative like me. So anyway, that was on my chest. I wanted to get it off. Let's go back to this right here. So this is on BBC News. Trump removes video with racist clip depicting Obama as apes. So you can see this is just like right now, 39 minutes ago. And I'm recording this right around 1:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, February 6, 2026. Now, Caroline Levitt did say something about this. Let me go down to what she said if I could find it. There we go. So the White House initially defended the clip as internet meme video and told critics to stop the fake outrage. The clip, which is reminiscent of racist characters comparing black people to monkeys, appears to be taken down in an next post shared by conservative meme creator Zirius in October. Okay, so that's what Caroline Levitt said is fake outrage. Now, I agree that it is fake outrage because, like I said, they call you the N-word in a heartbeat and it's fine. But I wouldn't have said that. I would have said that clearly it was a mistake. It was a mistake and that's it. You guys are searching for things to get offended about.
And let me say this, just how full of crap ABL is. Because first of all, it ain't just black liberals that call you out and call you a sellout. It's those of us in the grassroots. Because the majority of us in the grassroots, we are conservative. I'm very conservative. But there's a difference between being conservative of what our grandparents were and you. You are a W supremacist apologist and bootlicker. Because you're not a conservative. Whatever they say, you agree with and you run with. And you rock with, and you make excuses for it. And when we call that out, you say that we're calling you out of your name. No, we're not. Because if your grandmom and our grandmothers was alive, they'll say the same thing, right? We don't have to ingratiate ourselves over there with known racists and sit over there with them to be conservative. That wasn't what black conservatism was about. It was about family, our religious belief, and doing things together as a group with our conservative views and values as a people, and teaching people, making people treat us by the way that we treated ourselves. We understood what conservatism was and the difference between liberalism. Most of those so-called conservatives over there practice a liberal life. All of them. They doing all kinds of liberal stuff, but they hide under the term of conservatism. Well, they're not. Trump ain't no darn conservative. He grabbing them by the cooch, right? We know that Joe Biden wasn't conservative. We know his background. None of them are, right? The real conservatives was the foundational black Americans in this country. And what we had to go through and what we fought for to get to where we are today. We were the true conservatives, right? So that conservative crap that you're pushing, that's not conservative. ABL always blaming liberals. You are the liberal that you always blame. Like, you're not fooling us, right? But let's look at what Donald Trump had to say about this.
So, do you have any questions, John?
Mr. President, social media post that you took down earlier today, the White House says that a staffer sent it. Who sent it, and are you going to fire them?
No, I looked at it. I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There was a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud, and I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud in and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people. Generally, they look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't, and they posted, and we took it down, and we turned it. You know, but that was a voter fraud that nobody talks about. They don't like to talk about that post. We took it down as soon as we found out about it.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things. I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine. They had that one post, and I guess it was a takeoff. By the way, a lot of people covered. If you look at where it came from, I guess it was a takeoff on The Lion King. And certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it. And probably they would have had the sense to take it down. But that was a takeoff on The Lion King. And a lot of people were covered on in different positions. So, but I spoke to Tim Scott. He was great. Tim is a great guy. He understood that 100%.
Of course, Donald Trump is going to run interference and going to say that it was a mistake. They didn't mean to do it. He's going to say that because he's supposed to say that. And they know that they can get away with it because you always got some few Negroes that's going to support it and back it up. It wasn't a mistake. They put that out there for a reason, to get the response that they're getting. And I'm telling black Americans to stand down. Foundational black Americans, stand down. This ain't nothing new. This is what they do. This is what they do. This is the American culture. This is American culture. But Tommy Sotomayor, you know, he gets kicked off of YouTube and social media places every other week. Nobody takes him serious. But he went to TMZ to give his opinion, right? He came to TMZ and just, you already know what he going to do. He's going to come on there and raccoon it up all day because he does it for attention. He went up there and said this.
Oh, I generally don't ask questions this way, but I just have to, because to me, it's so obvious. Explain to me how this is not racist.
Well, first off, I think it's racist just to assume that apparently black people own looking like monkeys. Apparently, we're just supposed to own it. So if someone says we look like a monkey, or that they put us on a monkey body, or like what they did with the advertisement where the black kid had a monkey outfit, uniform on, just like the white kids did, it's somehow racist. So blacks should view themselves as monkeys. And anytime someone calls us that or puts us on the head of a figure, that we're supposed to be immediately outraged that this person is doing this. And let me explain to you.
Tommy, I'm sorry, I can't just let that go without asking you something. Have you learned anything or studied history in this country around slavery and the depictions of black people in this country during slavery?
No, I have. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you know that was a common thing to equate black people to apes or monkeys. And usually it was a reference to they came from Africa, so they must be apes and monkeys. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, well, the idea of they came from Africa, there's a lot of animals that came from Africa. As a matter of fact, all of the ones that were depicted in the video, you guys didn't show the whole video.
Come on,
Biden
man.
was also a monkey. Well, Biden was a monkey in the video too, so why aren't we outraged? As black people, we have carte blanche to call anybody anything we want. And I'm from the
That's
South.
not true. that's
Well,
not
who
true.
can't we call a name? Y'all have had people on your show that call white people aliens, that call white people devils. No one gets in trouble on national television for calling a white man a devil.
I mean, a devil is not
just a bad person.
A devil doesn't equate to race. It equates to character.
No, we actually, if the person beside you would tell you the truth, we actually believe that the white people are devil, and many believe that we're aliens. We
Well,
believe
I'll give you
Tommy,
an no,
please,
hold on. I can give him an
purposes of
example.
argument, Tommy, don't put me in your. I'm not trying to.
Well,
I'm not shoulder to shoulder with you.
You asked me though, but you asked me if I knew a historical context,
Right.
and so when I give you
well,
one
I'll give
back,
you-
But we're talking. You're trying to talk about calling white people devils. No one's saying that that's okay, but that is a different thing than what we're talking about.
What I'm trying to say is, as a black person, I refuse to believe that every time I see a depiction of a monkey and a white person doing it, I'm supposed to be outraged and automatically just upset. So I'm just agreeing that this is the depiction of me and my people.
It's so ride or die with certain people in Trump's camp that can't you bend the knee on one issue and still be a Trump supporter? Isn't this just one too far?
Oh, no, listen, I am one, if you watch my show, I criticize him as well. I think the people who support someone the most should be the ones that are most critical of them. Should he have posted this as a president? I think 100% not. There's a lot of things that he does as a president that are unprecedented.
We saw Tim Scott be able to say this is wrong, and I'm not sure why you can't say this was wrong.
Well, first off, again, I would use the word racist versus wrong. They're two different things. When I hear the word of racist, I'm supposed to just be a frayed Klan member. And you have to understand, I've been black my whole life. And unlike you,
Hey,
I've been
that makes two of us.
That's what I was going to say, but unlike
Oh,
you.
so now we're going to do colorism?
I was going to say, but
now we're going to
unlike
do colorism?
you, I've been dark. Wait,
Okay.
But unlike you, wait a minute. But unlike you, I've been dark-skinned my whole life.
Okay.
And you know what I've been told? You know what I've been told by black folks? That same monkey, crispy, blackie, midnight, smoke, and all these words are supposedly okay that black people use against their own people. When you're trying to insult someone, you go towards things that they don't like. I don't agree with the fact that we can say, well, we can diss these people and that diss is okay. But that diss is a diss too far. Because when we diss this man, and we call him an orange orangutan, but that's okay for us to call him that because he's supposed to be able to accept it. I think insults either need to stop or be accepted all the way around. There's no way for me to tell you, you should have a governor on what you say to me, but I don't have a governor of what I say to you.
Fair, but he is kind of orange.
And he can say it. And he can say that. And he can say that.
Now, what he can do, he can try to make as many excuses as he wants as to why this happened. And again, he's another guy that says that he's a dark-skinned person. He's going to find his way to put the blame on black Americans on how he was treated because of the color of his skin as to why W folks can do this. And right, we shouldn't say anything. First of all, our trauma that we have amongst ourselves and things that we deal with is things that we deal with. It has absolutely nothing to do with what the W man has done historically, right? But again, these are people that they give mics to because they try to run interference for W folks in order to get some extra biscuits that fall off the table. That's what they do. But like I said, nobody takes Tommy. Tommy don't even take Tommy serious, right? Tommy Sotomayor is the worst of the worst, man. He's worse than Uncle Ruckus, right? But he knows that they're not going to accept him. They would never accept Tommy, right? They don't want Tommy because Tommy is too much of a sellout of his own to the point where he sells out too much even for them. They don't want Tommy. They don't trust Tommy. So they don't take him serious. But this is the stuff that these so-called black conservatives do. They're not conservatives. They do anything to be accepted over there with Master. That's what they do. And they'll say anything. And they know that. Tim Scott even went out and said something. Tim Scott was the same dude to say that America's not a racist country. Well, he don't even believe that. Right? These people are the original Pirates of the Caribbean, the original Jack Sparrows, man. They make that movie. That's W supremacy. They come to destroy, plunder, and take. Right? And they can do whatever they want to do and go out and say, oh, man, that was a mistake. So if that's a mistake, as Tucker Carlson even said, that's a mistake. And remember, Tucker Carlson is going after this administration because they support that protected class, and Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens is not. Right? So we already know that the conservative ship is leaking oil. And a lot of people are getting tired of Trump and his antics. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.